Hi, Tim McGoober.
Hi, Tim McGoober.
Put me down.
That's right. Our producer Tim was in the offshoot of MacGyver, a show called McGoober. It did not last very long. Welcome to Sports Center, brought to you by McDonald's. It's Sports Center with Jay and Dan, brought to you by McDonald's. There, I got it right. Anyway, we're glad you're here because we have a very special guest to kick off this show, Jay.
Yeah, and it's not us specifically, Dan. It's Darren Dreger. Of course, as you know, Darren Dreger has started up the Dreger Cafe again. How do you have a cafe interview if you can't leave your house? It's simple. It's all virtual. And it's really fascinating stuff, not to mention the fact that Dreger appears to have not one camera in his house like you and I, but 3 cameras. This is a 3-camera shoot, and it is none other than Sidney Crosby.
Well, it is the home edition of the Dreger Cafe. Normally, we're at the World Hockey Championships, and we focus on international play. Not allowed to do that. Sidney Crosby, kind enough to join us, and Sid, it feels like the best way to start any conversation is to ask how you're doing. So how are you doing?
Yeah, I think like everyone else, just trying to make the best of the situation. A lot of waiting around, but that being said, everyone's got to stay healthy, and we just got to figure this out. There's no real blueprint for getting through this. So, I think we're all just, patiently waiting to see what happens here.
Now, normally you wouldn't have a lot of downtime at any point of the year, be it in season or during the off season. Are you a guy who spends any time playing video games? So if you're not training, what is it that you're doing to try and occupy part of your day?
A lot of these kind of calls and FaceTimes and that kind of thing. I know our team has done just meetings once a week just to keep everyone in the loop and obviously just kind of keep in touch that way as best we can. Training in the morning, and then, we've had a lot of different ideas as far as when things might start up and that kind of thing. But just kind of waiting around, but just trying to stay active as much as possible. You look at state to state and there's just restrictions put in place, and as far as being able to project things, I think that's really the big challenge that we're dealing with. And then, what our format's going to look like, how many teams are going to be involved. I mean, these are all the questions that everybody's asking, and, there's not a lot of answers right now. And I think you just have to make the best of it. You keep saying that, but that's all you can really do. I mean, everybody's in the same boat here. Everyone's just kind of sitting around waiting too.
As long as it's not too wacky, right? I mean, the Pittsburgh Penguins are a playoff team, so that would have unfolded regardless. So if you look at what's been speculated, and it is that 24-team format, whether or not they go through with it, again, it'll be dependent on the calendar at that stage. But is it okay to go with a 24-team format as long as you're playing 4 rounds of the playoffs and not an NCAA tournament type of format like we talked about perhaps a few weeks ago?
Yeah, I mean, I'd prefer that. And there's so many factors, right? Like the safety of players is number one. And if you're able to establish that, then you want to keep the integrity of what the playoffs have been for a long, long time. And it's difficult to win the Stanley Cup, and you want to win it, the right way. And, that's, 4 best 4 to 7 series. So, that's how we know it. And, with a time like this, we're all open to ideas and formats and things like that, but you hope that we can keep that.
You've always been a community-minded man. There's no question about that. Community means a lot to you. That goes without saying, both in Pittsburgh and certainly around Canada. Very soon after the tragic mass shooting in Nova Scotia, you were quick to post a video. Was that important to you to do whatever you could do to reach out to the victims' families? Yeah,
definitely. You see terrible things happen, all the time. You never think it's going to happen, where you live. And you hear that all the time from people that go through things like that. But, to see that happen, you never expect that. So it's a pretty tight knit community, and I know that everyone was trying to do whatever they could to support, and I just wanted to be able to to show mine any way I could. It's tough to see, and everyone's doing their best to rally around one another.
Well, Sid, thanks for doing this. Look forward to seeing you back in NHL rink soon, and in the meantime, stay safe and be well.
Okay, thanks for having me. Stay healthy.
British Columbia is the latest province to approach the NHL about being a hub city for games, or I guess a hub province. Premier John Horgan spoke about talks with Gary Bettman that took place earlier this week.
I believe we're in a good place to host. That's why I contacted the commissioner. The Canucks have been working very cooperatively with my minister. We've heard from others around the league that have other ideas about perhaps having all of the games played in British Columbia. We have WHL rinks in Victoria, in Kamloops, in Kelowna, in Prince George. The Kootenays have in Cranbrook has an outstanding facility as well. We have hotel space. So the sky's really the limit.
Well, Dan, more actual live sports took place last night. It's amazing. A UFC fight night once again from Jacksonville, Florida, and a pretty nice main event between Anthony Smith and Glover Teixeira.
That's right. 3 events in the same venue this week in Jacksonville as they have another one this weekend. To recap what happened Wednesday night. Dutchie.
All right, thanks very much, fellas. Yep, just 4 days after UFC 249 and one of the deepest cards ever, as you mentioned, the UFC back to business on Wednesday. Another full card on fight night. Headlining the event, Anthony Smith against Glover Teixeira. Smith coming off a really impressive win over Alexander Gustafsson, but that was nearly a year ago. Teixeira extends his win streak to 4 straight. Still dangerous, that man. All right, lightweight bout. Alexander Hernandez against Drew Dober. Now, Dober is a friend and sparring partner of UFC lightweight champ Justin Gaethje, who's Herb Dean finally steps in. He says, you know what, that's it. Dober, the winner by TKO. Meanwhile, Brian Kelleher and Hunter Osser fighting at featherweight. Kelleher has finishes in 16 of his 20 wins afterwards. Although, be careful what you wish for. Which brings me to another UFC fight night coming your way on Saturday, headlined by a heavyweight bout between Alistair Overeem and Walt Harris. The last time we saw Overeem, he had his lower lip split wide open by Jairzinho Rozenstruik. After that fight, Rozenstruik said he wanted a piece of Francis Ngannou. He got it on Saturday. He got knocked out in less than 20 seconds. Our coverage begins 7 Eastern. It is 4 Pacific. You can watch it all here on TSN. More Jay and Danny in just a few seconds.
We're walking. Something's wrong with my camera, so I've got some of my tools here from my toolbox. I'm just gonna do some adjustments.
You're like Tim the Toolman Taylor.
That should work. Dan, I cannot believe it's been 17 years since Mike Weir won the Masters. And if my math is correct, he won the Masters at the age of 33 because on Wednesday he turned 50. Mike Weir turned 50. It's really quite something. And another person in their 50s celebrated a birthday, Dan, James Duthie, though he is much, much older. He's 54.
That's right. I don't know what Duthie did for his 50th or anyone surprised him, but he was in on this one along with Bob Weeks, and look what they had in store for Weirsy.
Well, welcome, Mike. Weeksy and I missed our annual chats we have at the Masters, so we wanted to have you on and wish you just the happiest of 50th birthdays.
Yeah, I appreciate it, James. Yeah, I missed that too. We'll get to do it hopefully in November, but yeah, it's still fun to turn 50 and, anticipate kind of getting started on the Champions Tour here in a couple months.
Thought we'd bring in some of these people from your life.
Butchie.
What's up? Happy birthday.
Thanks, buddy.
Long time Mike Weir caddy, Brandon Little. Hey, look, David Hearn now on there.
Corey Connors is on. Adam Hadwin is on.
Hey, Mike, happy birthday.
How you doing, guys? Thanks for coming on. It's awesome.
Oh,
Graham Dillette has joined.
Weeksy, this is cool. You put this together. This is awesome.
it was a team effort. I didn't do it all this time.
Only got me off guard here, for sure.
Nick Taylor is here. How you doing, Nick?
Hey, guys.
Hey, Nick.
Jersey, happy birthday, man.
Thanks, man.
Happy birthday, Mike, and congratulations on a phenomenal golf career. But my story's kind of funny. We did a charity event, myself, Mario Lemieux, Brett Hall, and Mike Weir in Nova Scotia. Mike was coming from a tournament and got late to the hotel. When he got to the hotel, we told the young lady at the front desk that he had a concussion and to make sure that she phoned him every hour and woke him up. By about 6 a.m. in the morning, he was so mad he went down and unplugged his phone. By the time he got to the first tee, he was so tired. He made a double bogey in the first hole, and we made a par, and that was the difference in the entire tournament.
That's cool.
Might have another guest here.
Yeah, Jack Nicklaus here.
Oh, my goodness.
You know, happy birthday, my friend.
Oh, thanks, Jack. That was nice of you to join here. Jack, I have to show you something. This is my office right behind here.
I can't see really well. Is that you and I walking up the fairway?
No, it's you and Arnold.
No, I know who it is. I'm just kidding.
How great was that, Mike?
Oh man, are you kidding? That's amazing.
Happy birthday, Wherezy. Thanks, everybody.
See you down the road, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Betsy.
Yeah, thanks, guys. I'm dead, as you say. Are you kidding? You knew about all this?
Weeksy and your agent, George, and there's a few people that I didn't do anything.
How'd you
but
put this all together?
They
All these
just
people.
you're loved, baby. It's because you're loved, and everyone wanted to do it because you're
That was amazing.
incredible.
That was a great gift.
Wow, that was so cool. Hey, look at this. Live golf returns
amazing.
Sunday with the TaylorMade Drive and Relief Skins game featuring Rory McIlroy and Dustin Johnson. You can see it on TSN 3 and 5 starting at 2 Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. And Jay, I can't wait for a big surprise like that for my 50th. You're going to have Brent Wallace and I guess
Brian
that's about the only one you'll surprise me with. Oh,
Farhan
yes.
Walji will be on. Sarah Orleski. All of our TSN bureau chiefs will be assigned that day to your Zoom call. So it won't be so much that they want to do it, but that's what they will have to do that day. So, but that's for another time, Dan, because I wanted to talk to you about something. You know, you and I love uniforms of all kinds, and that's why we love sports clothes, even if our long-suffering producer Tim, doesn't love this segment that much. The Los Angeles Rams unveiled their beautiful new uniforms on Wednesday. Our friend Peter Schrager from the NFL Network was a big fan. I'm very curious to get your take on these unis, the new look, including the blue jersey with yellow numbering, interchangeable blue or yellow pants, an off-white jersey and pant combo, and the new helmet is key, a metallic chrome blue with a yellow horn and a blue face mask. Toolsy, no white horn anymore. What do you think of these unis?
Love it. They just have to find a lot of players with the same last name, Rams.
when we return. Hey and Dan, TSN.
It's like that announcer whenever Vladdy Guerrero would hit a home run. Guerrero! We point out our errors. I don't think we messed anything up.
I don't think we really messed anything up either, other than the fact that I tried to fix my camera with a plastic hammer, a plastic wrench, and a plastic saw. Really, I don't think any saw would be effective in fixing a camera, but I did make an attempt, and I failed at that, so I guess that's the only thing we messed up. Other than that, Dan, what a perfect show we did today.
Haven't checked in. How's your at-home schooling going so far?
It's going very well, Dan. As you know, I only have one child in junior kindergarten, and junior kindergarten isn't really a thing in most parts of this country, so it doesn't matter what I do. How about yourself?
A lot of recess. It's usually snack time followed by recess, then another snack time, recess, lunch, and then school gets out. So it's going pretty good.
Best principal ever.
Yeah.